Hey guys, we got some more great news for progressives tonight, and that's the Maryland governor Democratic primary. Ben Jealous, the progressive in the race, going on to win and be projected to do so. We have over 80% of the vote in, and he's ahead by about 10 percentage points. This is really good news for the progressives, and now they get a chance to test their thesis that you want to run a strong progressive against a Republican incumbent and not someone who's more of a moderate centrist Democrat, which is what you would have gotten more so with Rushern Baker. Rushern Baker getting the support of the establishment wing of the Democratic Party, Ben Jealous getting the grassroots support of the progressive movement. And it's just going to be really interesting to see how this race plays out because the incumbent Republican governor, Larry Hogan, he has a very high approval rating in the state of Maryland. And it's kind of an interesting situation, Maryland being one of the more Democratic states in the U.S., the fact that they have a Republican governor, and he has a pretty solid approval rating. Now he's going to be challenged by the left, and having somebody like a Ben Jealous, I feel like gives the Democrats a better shot at potentially picking up this upset in the governor's race because Ben Jealous, you definitely know where he stands on the issues. He's very strong, progressive, and he's really going to have a lot of enthusiasm behind him with that grassroots momentum. And he, of course, he has the backing right now of the Justice Democrats and Our Revolution, which are two progressive groups that have kind of been born out of Donald Trump winning the presidency and also, of course, Bernie Sanders' run in the Democratic primary back in 2016. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this particular race plays out because the Republican incumbent definitely is very popular in this state. And when you have that incumbency advantage, name recognition, and a high approval rating, it's just really hard to win those types of elections. But Ben Jealous, the things on his side is the fact that Maryland is generally a very Democratic-leaning state, and he's going to be able to get more enthusiasm and probably momentum, grassroots support behind his candidacy than somebody like a Rushern Baker would have been able to do. And the establishment Democrats, they say if you want to beat a Republican, you have to get the centrist, somebody that's a more moderate, and the progressives say no, you have to challenge them hard from the left and be strong on these progressive issues, and that's what they're going to try to do here with Ben Jealous. So another interesting little tidbit in the state of Maryland that I also want to touch on in this video is the fact that right now in Maryland, or at least recently, they were trying to get past the getting money out of politics, and it looked like they were going to be able to do it. But one particular state senator went on and really shut this whole thing down. So Wolfpack, which is a group that's trying to get money out of politics, went in and decided they were going to back her opponent in that race. So I'm going to show you how that turned out with the incumbent here. And that's in Maryland, 40th here. And you can see with 88% of the vote in, the incumbent here, Barbara Robinson, who put an axe in this getting money out of politics situation, only 35% of the vote. And then Wolfpack went on to support Antonio Hayes. He's at 65% of the vote. So it just goes to show you if you wanted, or if you would have supported getting money out of politics, then it wouldn't have bitten Barbara Robinson in that scenario. So kind of an interesting little Senate race there in the state of Maryland and how that played out with Wolfpack going and supporting Antonio Hayes against the incumbent. So that's pretty much going to wrap up this video, guys. Again, tomorrow I'm going to be making videos talking about how all the different progressive candidates did in their respective elections. And then also looking at competitive House districts and how the primary vote went down, and also making a video touching on the Senate races and how those primaries shook out as well. So thanks, guys, for stopping on in. Subscribe for more, and we hope to see you back here for tomorrow's videos. Bye.